Good morning, everyone. You all remember we have to have our mask on and we have to be social distant, very important. That's why we chose to be in this large parking lot. We have to follow the guidance of the governor and her leadership team. Very important that we stay 6 feet apart. I am up here 6 feet away from you guys. That's why my mask is not on. So I'm also following the rules. So I want to thank you all so very much for being here this morning. You all could have been elsewhere, but you chose to be here today as we talk about the state of Black and brown businesses here in Rhode Island. Of course, this is an issue that is near and dear to your heart. That's why you're here, right? And we know the Black and brown community, in my mind, we're not just fighting one pandemic, right? We're actually fighting two pandemics. And what do I mean by that? Again, we're fighting racism historically, right? We know that historically Black and browns, we've been left behind, we're at the bottom. And then we have COVID-19 that has, showed up unwelcome, but showed up anyway. And the Black and brown community disproportionately impacted by COVID. But when I think about where we've been, again, my name, Lisa Ranglin. I am the founder and president of the Rhode Island Black Business Association. We go by RIBBA. The organization was formed in 2011, so we're almost 10 years. And we formed this organization very simple, for the simple reason the goal is to create access and opportunity for business. And we want to utilize businesses to create jobs so they could put families, real people to work, to move people from poverty to sustainability. But for many of you that are in the business arena or have been paying attention, Black and brown businesses have been historically left behind. And these businesses too can create jobs. We know that 64% of new jobs are created nationwide are created by small businesses. So if 64% of the new jobs are created by small businesses, it makes strategically, it makes sense for us to invest in micro and small businesses, right? So when we convened and looked at the data that we have seen around small businesses, historically we have seen that they're just not able to perform. And it's not about these businesses, right? These businesses, they want to do well, and you're going to hear from some amazing speakers today that will share what their businesses have been doing, the ones that actually gain access. And then you'll also hear from some businesses that are trying to gain access but have not yet received access. So you all are very aware that we issued a press release, and Rhode Island Black Business Association gave a D+ to the state of Rhode Island as it relates to compliance, contract compliance as it relates to Black and brown communities and Black and brown businesses. And I've gotten tons of calls from people that says, why did you give them a D+? They are failing. But I have to say that there are some areas where the governor is doing a great job in terms of, bringing in large companies from outside the state and creating jobs. And she's done an incredible job with COVID, keep us all Rhode Islanders safe. And we've been a great partner. Rhode Island Black Business Association has been a great partner with Commerce in terms of ensuring that our businesses that were closed as a result of COVID are able to reopen. So we've been partnering with Commerce around ensuring that we provide supplies like masks, like cleaning supply, emergency loans to support businesses so they can thrive, get back to work, and get people to work. What we have heard, and we looked at the data nationally, as a result of COVID, we're hearing that 50% of minority business owners may not survive COVID. So if we're hearing that 50% of these businesses right here in our state may not survive, think of the impact, right? People that are employed, right, with those companies, right? We're talking about real people. So it's not just a number out there that we said 50% of businesses may not come back. What we're talking about is people, real families that have a direct impact. So at this point, I do have a series of call to action. We have materials that will be shared, but I'm going to call up a couple of the speakers that we have lined up to share a few words on this important topic. And then I'll come back up and share the call to actions, the items that we have laid out. And when I say we have actually mobilized the larger community. We have engaged the Black and Brown business community leaders, just regular folks that care about businesses. And they have provided feedback in terms of what needs to be fixed, what needs to happen as it relates to move the growth of businesses so they can really impact families.